Hello everyone, welcome to second session of this chapter of the same chapter, that is chapter number 14, respiration in plants. We already discussed about definition and types of respiration and mechanism of respiration. In that, first one is glycolysis pathway. As a name itself indicates, glycolysis means glucose is breakdown into two molecules of pyruvic acid. It takes place in cytoplasm. We understood this glycolysis in our previous class. Next, we move on to second step, that is Krebs cycle, also called as the tricarboxylic acid cycle. It is also called as a TCA cycle. Coming to Krebs cycle, name of the scientist Krebs who identifies this cycle, hence it can be referred as the Krebs cycle and also called as the TCA cycle. Here also this Krebs cycle takes place in mitochondrial matrix. We already studied the parts of the mitochondria, nothing but the ultrastructure of the mitochondria. Mitochondria is surrounded by two membranes. One is outer membrane and another one is inner membrane, and it contains there is a small space in between outer and inner membrane called as perimitochondrial space. Inside the mitochondria there is a liquid matrix. There is a liquid matrix is present, that is called as the mitochondrial matrix, and inner surface of the mitochondria contains a knob-like structures. Those are called as the rocker particles. We already well known about the structure of mitochondria. Okay, this Krebs cycle takes place in mitochondrial matrix. First is the acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A. Just observe this schematic representation. Acetyl coenzyme A, it is a 2-carbon compound. This acetyl coenzyme A combines with the oxaloacetic acid. It is a 4-carbon compound. There will be a removal of coenzyme A. There will be a removal of coenzyme A. Then here the addition of water molecules will be observed, so that results in the formation of citric acid. Oxaloacetic acid is converts into citric acid in the removal of the coenzyme A and the addition of water molecule. Then in the presence of an enzyme, citric synthetase, the conversion of acetyl oxaloacetic acid into citric acid in the presence of citrate synthetase. It is an 6-carbon compound. Just observe the molecule of carbon compounds. The acetyl coenzyme A containing a 2-carbon compound, the oxaloacetic acid containing a 4-carbon compounds. It converts into citric acid. It contains 6 carbon compounds. This citric acid is forms which contain 3 carboxylic groups. Citric acid containing a 3 carboxylic group. That's why it is called as the tricarboxylic acid cycle. The name allede nodi, tricarboxylic cycle anta helbodu. Citric acid is dehydrogenated to form alpha ketoglutarate acid. Okay, what is dehydrogenated? Dehydrogenated means removal of hydrogen. Okay, citric acid is converted into alpha ketoglutarate acid that contains 5 carbon compounds. This pair of hydrogen is accepted by NADH plus, which is reduced to NADH2. Here there will be a removal of carbon dioxide. This alpha ketoglutarate acid combines with the coenzyme A, decarboxylated and dehydrogenated. Decarboxylated means removal of carbon, then dehydrogenated means removal of hydrogen, so that this 2 hydrogen accepted by NAD plus, which is reduced to NADH2. This will be the formation of succinic acid. Succinic acid. It contains 4 carbon compounds. Here what happens? There will be an extra energy is released. That energy is utilized for the synthesis of one molecule of ATP. This is said to be substrate level photophosphorylation. Once again, I will repeat alpha. Just observe from the alpha ketoglutaric acid. Alpha ketoglutaric acid combines with the coenzyme A, decarboxylated and dehydrogenated. There will be a formation of succinic acid, so that where the hydrogen is accepted by NAD plus, which is reduced to NADH2. This is about the third step. And this alpha ketoglutaric acid is converted into succinic acid. Okay, succinic acid containing a 4 carbon atom. It will be converted. Alpha ketoglutaric acid converted into succinic acid by an enzyme succinate thiokinase. Then succinic acid is again dehydrogenated. There will be a removal of water. There will be a formation of malic acid. Succinic acid is converted into malic acid. Again, this is also a 4 carbon compound. Here the hydrogen are accepted FAD. FAD, which is reduced to FADH2. What is FAD? FAD means F means flavin, A means adenine, D means dinucleotide. Okay, flavin, adenine, dinucleotide in the presence of an enzyme fumarase. Last is the malic acid, which is dehydrogenated, results in the formation of again oxaloacetic acid. Here also hydrogen is accepted by NAD, which is reduced to NADH2 H plus by an enzyme malate dehydrogenase to repeat the cycle. Okay. Once again I will repeat Krebs cycle or TCA cycle or tricarboxylic acid cycle. Okay, TCA cycle, it will be takes place in mitochondrial matrix. This acetyl coenzyme A, it is a 2 carbon compound, combines with the oxaloacetic acid. Here there will be a removal of coenzyme A and the addition of water in the presence of the enzyme citrate synthetase. This will be formation of citric acid. Citric acid containing a 6 carbon atom. This citric acid is again decarboxylated and dehydrogenated to form alpha ketoglutaric acid. Here 2 hydrogen are accepted by NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, reduced to NADH plus. This alpha ketoglutaric acid is converted into succinic acid. Here also decarboxylation and dehydrogenation takes place. Here also the 2 molecules of hydrogen are accepted by NAD and it will be reduced to NADH2. Here also some amount of energy will be utilized. ADP converted into ATP. This succinic acid again converted into malic acid. Malic acid containing a 4 carbon compound. Here also the hydrogen molecules, here also dehydrogenation takes place. The hydrogen molecules are accepted by FAD, then it will be converted into reduced to FADH2. FAD means flavin adenine dinucleotide and this malic acid is converted into oxaloacetic acid. Here also dehydrogenation process will be takes place, the removal of hydrogen. Those hydrogen molecules are accepted by NAD and it will be reduced to NADH2. So that this will be a uh, uh, so that the first is glycolysis and second one is the Krebs cycle. The mechanism of aerobic respiration that includes three steps. Already we know about those three steps. First one is glycolysis. Glucose is breakdown into two molecule of pyruvic acid. It takes place inside the cytoplasm, and from that cytoplasm pyruvic acid enters into the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, then that pyruvic acid already produced inside the cytoplasm, that will be enter into the mitochondrial matrix. Okay, this is about Krebs cycle. I hope you understood this cycle. Okay, now we discussed about last step that occurs in mechanism of aerobic respiration, that is electron transport system, also known as terminal oxidation. It is also called as terminal oxidation and also known as oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation. It takes place in inner mitochondrial matrix, that is nothing but a Rockers particle or F1 particles. F1 particles or Rocker particles are these are knob-like structures that is present in inner mitochondrial matrix. Let's understand how this electron transport system takes place in the mitochondrial matrix. Here, when one molecule of NADH enters into electron transport system, it liberates pair of hydrogen which is accepted by FMN. FMN means flavin mononucleotide. So that FMN is reduced to FMNH2. Here what happens? NADH2 enter into the ET electron transport system process. It is oxidized to NAD. So this is the first step. Then the quinone accepts the both the ubiquinone. Just observe this schematic representation. Then this ubiquinone accepts the hydrogen from FMN to FADH2. So that FADH2 oxidized to FAD. Then this ubiquinone is reduced to hydroquinone. Here what happens? The two hydrogen now splits into two proton and two electrons. Now, two electron passes through a series of cytochrome and second proton diffuses into the cytoplasm. It is the second step. Now, number of cytochrome, that is cytochrome B, C1, then cytochrome C, cytochrome A, cytochrome A3, then finally the two electrons are accepted by half oxygen. These electrons are accepted by half oxygen and two protons, that results in the formation of molecule of water. So that what are these cytochromes? First we know about cytochromes. Okay, cytochromes are the iron containing proteins. Cytochromes are the iron containing proteins. So here continuously there will be a oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and reduction continuously takes place. Where in carbon dioxide reduced to, here the iron, the ferrous is oxidized to ferric. So here what happens? There will be a movement of electron and finally those electrons are accepted by terminal electrons acceptor. This is nothing but a oxygen. Therefore, it is said to be terminal oxidation that results in the formation of a molecule of water. The end product is water, and then an extra energy is utilized during the synthesis of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. Here also an extra energy will be utilized for the synthesis of ATP from ADP and inorganic phosphate. That results in the 3 ATP molecules are oxidized. One of the FADH2 containing a 2 ATP molecules, and another one is followed by 3 ATP molecules. Therefore, it is said to be oxidative phosphorylation. Phosphorylation means already we know about that phosphorylation, the addition of phosphate group. Oxidative phosphorylation, the oxidation is takes place and followed by phosphorylation. This process is called as oxidative phosphorylation. So that this completes the mechanism of aerobic respiration. So that it includes 3 important steps. First is glycolysis, that takes place in cytoplasm, in which a molecule of glucose is break down into 2 molecule of pyruvic acid. Then this pyruvic acid enter into the mitochondrial matrix. Then there will be a formation of acetyl coenzyme A. Then that acetyl coenzyme A starting part of the Krebs cycle. It also takes place in mitochondrial matrix. Then it will be enter into the Rocker's particles, or nothing but a F1 particles. There will be a electron transport system. The series of electrons will be transferred from one side to another side. There will be a formation of water molecules. Okay, this is regarding about the mechanism of aerobic respiration. Okay, in the next class we will discuss about anaerobic respiration. Okay, thank you.